has been the Bantamweight World Champion and twice in this building. He has lost that title. Now in the co-main event, a chance to get back to the championship stage against another once-upon-a-time phenom who knows that stage himself.
And now, set to make his way to the cage, Michael McDonald.
Hey, talk to Michael McDonald for 10 seconds. You know this is a different breed of fighter. Talk to him for a minute. You know it's a different kind of guy. You just heard he doesn't study film or his opponents. Why? Because his experience is every fight is its own entity. Unfortunately for the phenom, the youngest to ever fight for a UFC title, one thing has been consistent for him: injuries, multiple surgeries, long layoffs, and it bit him again in his Bellator debut, a fight he was controlling against Peter Legier. But right there, that uppercut in the final seconds of the second round didn't just break his hand, it shattered it, Chael. This was ugly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little hard to say that he's exaggerating this. That x-ray with the surgery and the stitches is pretty good proof. And Sean, I'm just glad he's back.
And now, set to make his way to the cage, Eduardo Dantas.
Seems to be a kind of a bug going around the sport these days. Let's just call it the champ bug. Rory McDonald, Ryan Bader, Darian Caldwell, that other DC that did it last weekend. Eduardo Dantas has had that bug for years, but a funny thing happened on the way. You know the old story of the dog with a bone that sees his reflection in the water, thinks it's another dog. He wants both bones, so he barks at the other dog and loses both. Eduardo Dantas barked about being a two-division champ, then lost the bantamweight title to Darian Caldwell. He's always had the bark. Does he have the bite, Chael, to get back to the top?
Oh, without question, Dantas is the real deal. I mean, this guy's as skilled as anybody we've seen. I love the fact, and I can't stop with the storyline, that now he's only fighting for 3 rounds. Energy has never been an issue with this guy, but I expect the output is going to be flat amazing in just a moment.
Dantas and McDonald are going to try to steal the show in 60 seconds. The tail of the tape in a big fight in the bantamweight division, brought to you by Dave & Buster's, the only place to eat, drink, play, and watch sports.
Listen, these guys are so close. I mean, you go up and down this thing, you're talking about 2 and 3 inches and tenths of pounds. I mean, look, it's straight down the middle. There's nothing left to do but the fight.
Bellator MMA, presented by Miller Lite, now features tonight's co-main event, 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. And now, live on Paramount Network, we introduce the blue corner at 5'8", weighing in 135.6 pounds, coming off his successful debut inside the Bellator cage. Tonight, he stands with 18 professional victories, 4 defeats. Fighting out of Modesto, California, presenting Michael McDonald. And across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner at 5'7", weighing in 135.5 pounds. The 2-time former Bellator Bantamweight World Champion enters tonight with 20 professional victories, 5 defeats. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, introducing the Eduardo Dantas. In charge of the action, your referee, Jacob Montalvo.
A fight fans fight.
Ready, round 1, fight.
The fight clock brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste and only 96 calories.
Finally, Sean, I have been waiting for this one. Oh, McDonald starts it off with a kick that lands with almost no setup. He just threw it out there and chopped his leg.
So we haven't had a lot of chance to talk about it, but where do you stand on the very unique? I mean, Michael McDonald, a lot of guys, well, I'm not a big tape guy. He is just vehemently opposed to that kind of preparation.
Hey, I'll tell you what, the world has changed because now we have film. You remember the days that you only heard about the Jack Johnsons and the boxing days where a guy could hold that heavyweight title for 10 years? That doesn't happen anymore, and the reason it doesn't happen is now we can study one another. I think that is a tool missed though I'm not questioning McDonald, I'm just pointing out it is unique.
I asked Darian, big shot from McDonald, and Dantas in some trouble early. Scrambling to cover up. McDonald pulling it on, and it's over. It's over. Michael McDonald, a stunning knockout in the opening minute of Eduardo Dantas.
Wow. Listen, Sean, he came out and threw a kick at McDonald with no setup. He threw a straight cross with no setup. He put absolutely everything into it. Dantas went down and he swarmed him.
A spectacular finish. Eduardo Dantas protested, but it won't matter. The leg kick threw him off, and he never recovered from the big shot from Michael McDonald.
Broke it. Horrible.
Wow.
Let's check out the replay presented by Black Card Premium Spice Rum, the bold 93 proof rum that's edgy to the core.
So to heck with the feeling out process that McDonald comes over the top. Look at that swarm. Oh my goodness. It's like we put the tape on fast forward. Look how fast these punches are. I can't even count them. About 12 to 15 got through. The ref stepped in. Here, we got to slow it down just so we can call this thing. He sets it up with a teep to the body. He then brings his jab hand, turns it into his power hand, and just swarms the former champion. Dantas, to his credit, I mean, there's no quit in the guy. He's trying to get up the entire time. He simply could not. And I realize that Dantas is arguing that call. When he sees the replay, you will see what we saw, Sean. That was a very appropriate stoppage.
Just the second time in 26 fights, Eduardo Dantas has been stopped. The other, a very similar flash knockout loss that he suffered. Michael McDonald makes a huge impact. Corner Cam brought to you by Boost Mobile. Easy to switch, easy to save. Things happen fast. Michael McDonald has knocked out Eduardo Dantas. We're going to show you what really happened and why they're tending to the right ankle of Eduardo Dantas. If you are squeamish, let me warn you ahead of time to look away. If you're not, watch the right ankle of Dantas. After the jab from McDonald knocks him down, Dantas is going to fall back on that ankle, and right there, the crowd is just seeing the replay for the first time. It goes back to Madison Square Garden last year. Michael Chandler and Brett Primus, we have seen it before. And so you see why Dantas, it looked like on the surface as we watched it, it was a great shot from McDonald. You'll see McDonald reacting to it almost. And then steps by. Now this is McDonald seeing it right there on the replay as we showed it, both to you and everybody here in the building. Michael McDonald seeing what happened for the first time. It's amazing how many things can happen in such a short period of time. In the meantime, it is a big win for Michael McDonald, and Michael C. Williams will make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the end comes. 58 seconds into round number one. The winner by knockout, Michael Mayhem McDonald.
Is Michael McDonald the #1 contender now for Darian Caldwell? He's with Chael Sonnen.
All right, congratulations to the winner, Michael McDonald. So we just saw the replay. Turned out your opponent had fallen backwards, his ankle twisted. Did you know that happened in the fight?
No, that's a horrible. I would never hope that for anybody, man. That's could be a career-ending injury. So I feel kind of bad. I didn't try to, but I feel bad for the guy. That sucks horribly.
Now, I do have to ask you about yourself as well. You were coming off a hand injury that was well documented. You swarmed him. You used that hand. Did you re-break or injure your hand?
You know, man, I'm just gonna. I broke my left hand, not my right hand. I can feel it. I broke this hand, and I honestly think that I hit a little too hard for my body frame, and I think I know this is broken. I know that's gonna need surgery. I don't know how long I keep doing this if I keep breaking my body every fight. I love my job, but first off, before I say anything, my older brother Justin Smitley can beat me up any day of the week, and he's right here. He's one of the greatest fighters in the world. We got to see him here, guys. If you like fighters like me, you'll love fighters like him.
We do like fighters like you, and I will look forward to seeing a fighter like him. But I've got to ask you, because Scott Coker is in Italy right now watching. James Gallagher has been stated to possibly be the next title contender. Do you care to make your case to the world?
I don't even know what's going to happen right now. I just want to get healthy, man. I really do. I want to get home to my wife. I've spent a lot of time away from my family. I've given a lot of my life. I want to get healthy. I want to go home to my wife, to my church, and to my family.
Always a class act. Ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner, Michael Mayday McDonald.
That is as much real life as you can pack into a 58-second fight. And the irony of a fighter who has suffered so many injuries in his career winning a fight because of a devastating injury inadvertently inflicted on his opponent. But after Eduardo Dantas was down, dealing with the shot he took from McDonald, but more trying to figure out how he was going to recover from the ankle injury, Michael McDonald just poured on enough left hands that Jacob Montalvo had no choice but to stop this fight. Another moment for all of us to realize how fragile all of this is for Eduardo Dantas, who entered the Bellator cage as one of the best bantamweights in the world, and now is going to have to deal, it certainly appears, through a long rehab road. And Chill, you've had some human moments. That's about as human as it gets for both the winner and the loser.
Sean, I am not equipped for the job that I just did. That was my first time in that situation. Michael McDonald wanted to celebrate on one hand, at the other end of it, he's dealing with his own injury, and then he sees his adversary fall backward. Listen, I got the same glimpse as Michael. When Michael saw that on the big screen plays in the arena, and that's when he saw it for the rest of it. That's when I saw. I had no idea that had happened. I do not like that side of it. I do love the sportsmanship show.
It's extraordinary on both sides. Two of the best in the world in their division, and it was in so many ways what we thought it would be, and in so many ways what we